you'll spend 5 bags on a jacket, but do you know how much jackets I can make from 5 bags? That's what it makes me. I'm like, I tell a lie, I must have bought some dungarees from Prada for my birthday. I started making my own dungarees now.
Yeah.
And it only cost me probably like £100. But guess how much I spent for the
Probably about what, 8-9 bills?
what? Them dungarees I spent was 2 bags.
Is that just how human nature is? That somebody who may not have wanted to wear your brand has now seen Davido wear it, and all of a sudden now they're hollering at you for it.
Congratulations, they're saying. It was so funny because I even posted an old picture a couple days ago, and someone hit me up on congrats, but bro, that was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But because of the consistent work I'm doing right now, they're putting it all together.
Yeah.
And they're seeing it as, what, this must have been yesterday my man was doing that. But no.
Funny thing, before you came, we was talking about Under Armour.
Yeah.
I was having a conversation now.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of the Under Armour brand before AJ started wearing it. And you mentioned that Steph Curry was wearing it before AJ. What was the actual question? What was the conversation was having in regards to?
I think it was what. Are there any brands that you wouldn't want to affiliate yourself with?
Now,
and do you think a certain brand would maybe diminish your brand? And then I mentioned Umbro, for example, because that's in Sports Direct, and that's very no one really respects Umbro in a way. It's kind of like you wear it for under your bed and it's gone type thing. Do you know what I mean?
Now, in regards to let's look at, for instance, Under Armour. For instance, now once again, maybe in our network. So was you aware of Under Armour before Steph Curry and before AJ?
Yeah, I think it was just, I just saw it in, because my eyes are always sharp on what's new. And I just think I just saw it as another sports brand that they've brought out. You know what I'm saying?
Now, is it unfair to say that in our community that Steph Curry and AJ have made Under Armour trendy in our sector? Would you say that Under Armour was already that? And moving that onto Drip London, would you say that, and this is not to undermine your hard work, because you're clearly putting in the work, but is it unfair to say that if someone like AJ or someone like Skepta or Steph Curry, someone who's in tune with our culture, or let's say, I don't know, who would you say is a trendy white person in the UK? If someone, not saying you want them to, let's say there was a white guy.
Say Ed Sheeran.
Okay, but would you say he's got enough social currency?
Well, like David Beckham.
Ed Sheeran.
But if Ed Sheeran wore Drip London, I'm trying to think, do people see him as a fashion guy?
No,
what would that do for your brand?
David Beckham.
David Beckham.
Okay, maybe different, because that's what I'm saying. Even though because you get artists that they believe that, you know, for example, I'm going off the topic probably here, where they might say to you, oh for me to wear your clothes, you're gonna have to pay me this, but they don't realize that them wearing it is doing nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
it's doing nothing.
So what would Ed Sheeran do? What would Ed Sheeran do for your brand? Because
I don't really.
Has he got a social currency clothes wise?
There's different approaches to marketing, so not all marketing translates into sales and conversion. Some of it is just brand awareness. So I guess from that perspective, it would be beneficial. But would it translate into sales? I don't know,
because even what you got to see to understand, it's not as easy as this celebrity wearing it and all of a sudden, cha-ching. It doesn't work like that. It's got to be consistently them wearing it, really just showing that, yo, I really deal with this brand. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're gonna start seeing shift change. But just a wear and a post. To be honest, most people who wear man's clothes don't post it, but the brand is so sharp, it doesn't even need an app. Because once you've seen it once, you already know. So most times the man goes, bro, I just see my man wearing it. Like even when I was in Miami, this famous boxer was wearing my clothes. I didn't even know who he was.
Benavides.
Yeah, Benavides. I didn't even know who he was.
When I saw that message you, I just said, "Raw." I said, "Raw, you got Benavides in your stuff."
So even there's a story with that. I don't know him from nowhere. I'm not. I know just the boxers like a Fury or Wilder or AJ, but I don't know he's meant to be a madman. You know what I'm saying?
When would you say
he's meant to be on the level of Canelo? Canelo's been dodging it for 5 years.
When would you say you've ever noticed a spike in sales? Like, have you ever seen a spike off the back of something ever with what you said? A way like all of a sudden your emails are going and feel like, what the hell? And you've gone somewhere and be like, oh right, that's because of that. Would you say it's to do with Facebook ads? Is it to do with sponsored ads? What would you say that you've seen happen that's created a spike? And would you say that paying for Instagram or Facebook ads, would you say they work? So two separate questions. Have you ever noticed a spike in your sales and noticed what led to it? And second question is, in regards to people paying for adverts, like say, if you had to pick out of the two, paying someone to wear your clothes or paying for sponsored adverts, which would you pick? So the first question is, have you ever seen a spike in your sales?
Yeah.
And did you know what caused it? And second question, if you had to pick two, paying someone £500 to wear your clothes or paying £500 for ads, what would you pick? So there's two separate questions.
Okay, so
spike in sales, and did you know what it was?
I would say where man started this brand through COVID. Yeah, it was very difficult time to really judge certain things. So, like I said, I started making sales through like social, like like people on my social media, linking them, saying, "Yo, come and get your drip bag." So that was the trend. Everybody wanted to get a video in their little drip bag.
Yeah.
Obviously, when man started building the website and started going through there, it was like, obviously, like I said, we're going through COVID, so people really ain't got money. So you kind of got to do a lot of things to be getting sales online. You know what I'm saying? So periods where might be Christmas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? People are really shopping, but maybe other times people are shopping in drips and drabs. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to do a whole combination, because I feel like Facebook ads or Instagram ads do a certain percentage. It's just not. Some people think to themselves like, oh, all I'm gonna do is put an ad on it, and when they don't make those sales, they think, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know certain people. I've helped somebody build a brand.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's got like 2 million followers, and she didn't sell one thing.
Okay.
And she spent about 20k on the brand. So it's not as easy as...
So obviously we know that followers don't mean sales.
Yeah.
But how does someone acquire even 1 million followers and can't translate that into sales? Is that because the people that are following her don't care about her clothing?
Yeah, it's not clothing that they care about. They might be following somebody because of something else, but not clothing.
Okay.
So it's not as... The clothing game is not as... A lot of people think that, oh, I can do that. That looks easy.
Yeah.
Get into it and realize, because there's levels.
Okay.
You might have your social people helping you. Once they leave, you start looking around like, who's next? Because there's levels, there's ceilings you gotta keep reaching. And once those people's all bought around you, you now need strangers to start supporting and buying.
Of course, yeah.
And that might not go as smooth as you think the support of your family was. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much part of the journey. Like, I look at certain people, like, you might get a guy from Hackney. And you know Hackney's got a community of people. When they do something, everybody's...
Yeah.
But once he comes out of that community, you might think, bro, where's all the support? And then everyone's gone off and doing whatever they're doing. So it's not easy. I think it's a combination of all parts: e-commerce marketing, social presence, lifestyle. People want to know a story about the brand.
Yeah. I think the story is probably one of the most important things.
People want to know, because like a lot of things, it's like, for example, me, I try to do everything organic.
Okay.
Like, for example, I'll go to the club and I'll carry my drip flag.
Yeah.
Bring the bottles out with that.
Yeah.
I'm paying for them bottles. Give me some advertisement as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I bring real lifestyle into what I'm doing. So it's not just fugazi.
Yeah.
This is real shit.
Yeah.
Man's really outside. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you add that element to things, people really get the background of the sauce that you're spilling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people are buying certain things, they don't know the background to it.
Yeah.
They don't know how it came up. How, like I said, I give a bit of my lifestyle with it. So like I said, I'll go on holiday.
Yeah.
That flag flew with me to Tulum,
Yeah.
Turks and Caicos,
Yeah.
Dubai.
Yeah.
You got DJs in the club shouting Drip London in the building.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't know no other brand that's doing that. I don't have the approach of, I got all the rappers, I got all the footballers. I didn't go that approach. I don't have it. So I'm having to go a different route.
Yeah.
Show a bit about
About yourself, basically.
about myself as well. So, but then like England, people start seeing you in the States doing your thing.
Yeah. And
All of a sudden,
they're on it now. Yeah.
they're on it now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like when they accept you, you come back home and they accept you.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, this is a brand that's coming from the UK. We should appreciate it.
Yeah.
We've got something where we can say, come on, man, it's wavy over here.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Streetwear wise,
Yeah.
is it fair to say that? Okay, so when we're talking about, we talked about fast fashion and we talked about luxury. So something like, say, Trapstar.
Yeah.
They're not luxury. There must be, what are they called?
I think
It's not
that,
luxury, is it?
okay, at one point they were streetwear. I think they're going into luxury now.
Okay, so there's fast fashion, streetwear, and then there's luxury.
Yeah.
So you can say that there's streetwear.
I think there is
points are getting higher though.
Huh?
Their price points now getting higher.
Who?
Trapstar.
Yeah.
So is that streetwear? So someone like Benjar, is that streetwear too?
Yeah, streetwear. Yeah.
So you'll classify yours as streetwear as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So luxury then is what you would classify as maybe Daniel Dupre. His brand. Would you say that's luxury?
What brand's that again?
So base Daniel Dupre, he's got like the belts, the bags.
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah.
He's got the puzzle jigsaw.
Yeah.
So would you classify that as? Cause I'm trying to figure out and distinguish what we classify as luxury. As well.
I think, like I said, Trapstar was streetwear. They're going into luxury. You know what I'm saying? They're going into luxury because they're getting to they're being seen now. Maybe creeping into the level of a Palm Angel.
And Palm Angels you classify as not streetwear. You said that's luxury.
I think they're streetwear and luxury. They're in the in the middle of it. Because a lot of streetwear people thingy, but then they wear it with luxury.
Okay.
But then at the same time, Gucci and LV was luxury. They've come into streetwear.
Now, often we hear, and before we round up, I'm going to get back to you, but often we hear things like how, say, people tend to often say, like, I'm not sure to use my words wisely, that black people sometimes, we bring brands down. So, for instance, when it comes to Gucci, for example, it's almost as if in the UK, Gucci is seen as, I don't know, Gucci and Burberry, for some reason, has been seen as like a...
Chav.
Yeah, I don't know how to word it. Maybe kind of like chabby. So for instance, Burberry's luxury. Yeah. How do you see Burberry as a brand, and how do you see Gucci as a brand? Do you see it as like chabby or something that black people have ruined? I think they call it ruin. Like say black people ruined Dubai.
No, but I don't think it's a black people thing, because like I said, black people make a lot of things trendy. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's all in the designer and the influence the designer has. For example, Pharrell. He started getting Jay-Z and Beyonce wearing Gucci. I mean, Louis Vuitton. They weren't wearing it before. But because he's the designer now, and those are his friends, they're endorsing it. So certain people who see them as an icon will get involved.
Do you see Gucci and Louis on the same par?
To be real, I mainly wear Louis. I don't really wear Gucci.
And I get that from a lot of men. But why is that? Why do you not wear Gucci anymore? Because there's a reason.
It had its time with me. I would wear the bucket hat with the shirt, with the belt, with the shoes.
But why not anymore?
Because it's not really in line with.
But there's got to be a reason.
Because you know what it is. You know what the reason is. LV started doing streetwear with luxury. Gucci didn't do that. They've done. They might have done some stuff, but it hadn't caught me. But LV caught me with the. They started doing the trainers, the high tops of basketball looking, but it's still
you know. So it's influenced by Jordan.
Yeah.
The look.
Because what it is, they started realizing the lesser brands are selling better than us. So they started doing like Air Force collab with LV. You know what I'm saying?
Because it always seems to me like it just almost seems that people have seen like almost as if like Gucci is now. I don't know how to explain it, but it's as if it's seen as like
it comes in and out because it's had times where it was there, then it faded, then it came back, then it faded, then it came back.
But even look at like Burberry for instance. Burberry has got this kind of connotation where no one really wants to wear Burberry. Like for instance, the other races wear Burberry, but I'm talking about in our community. It's almost like we've seen Burberry as not chabby, but it's like it's.
Like I said, I think the last time I bought a Burberry something was Burberry pants. But the reason why I bought the Burberry pants, they were kind of like this material, and it had a different. It didn't have the normal Burberry print.
As in a checkered kind of thing.
Yeah, it had the checkered foot, but it was a bit more of the different checkered they bought at one time.
The blue one.
No, it wasn't blue. It's just the check was a bit wider than the thinner one. But like I always go back to, it's the designer. It's the designer that makes the brand pop, not the brand. Somebody can take over Burberry right now, but Burberry's so old-fashioned. They don't really want to change. In the boardroom, they're probably saying no.
Wasn't Future endorsed by them at one point? He's with Landry now, isn't it? I swear he was with them at one point. He was with Boss at one point, and I swear he was at Burberry for a tiny bit.
I'll tell you one person who I think needs to get, but probably has got his pay rise. Whoever was behind New Balance and their new uprise. I don't know who is behind it, but all of a sudden
it's everywhere.
Do you prefer New Balance or Asics?
I say New Balance.
They're on the same level though.
Yeah?
They're on the same level.
I prefer New Balance.
Yeah.
But I don't know what
Asics is doing what New Balance is doing now as well, and they're collaborating with like a lot of brands that are like coming up in like semi-sportswear streetwear. So they're starting to do collabs a lot with like Inaka. So Inaka is like big in America. So Inaka is similar to how Gymshark was coming up, but they're coming up at a fast pace. So Asics is starting to collab with brands like that.
Gymshark's journey, because I look at these brands, I'm just like, not saying that some people make it look easy. I'm sure there's a lot of process behind everything you've done. But to the naked eye, it just looks like just get a top, print the logo in it.
No, I didn't even know the logo of Gymshark till like I've started seeing it more now. It's like a mark.
Yeah, I don't know what is it? It's like a.
Shark,
it's like a shark, but it's like a weird looking.
Yeah, it's
shark.
like
Yeah, it's basically that. Yeah, like, it's like a shark with.
But then you think to yourself right now, a normal guy come out right now with that.
It's not gonna pop.
It's like how
if you told me that's your logo now, I'd be like, what is that?
It's not gonna pop.
yeah. What is it?
So sometimes do we think too hard about starting business in general? Do we put too much thought into things?
I think people put a lot of thought in, even just down to making content. They think too hard. See how we're in right now. It doesn't need to be. It's just we're three man talking. Some no, it needs to look like this. It needs to look like that, and because of how they want it to look like, they never do it.
Yeah.
So that's just basically what it is. With Gymshark, you can't take the work away from them. They did what they had to do. They were in the right place at the time. Gym clothing wasn't. I don't think it was much of their logo. It was just providing clothes for people that wanted to go to the gym.
But then
at the time,
but haven't we had so what gap? So what gap are you trying to fill? Because I think that there always needs to be. Anyone who opens a business, I always say there's got to be a why, and there's got to be a gap you're feeling like you've got to be solving a problem. And what problem would you say you're solving, if any? Why am I buying drip? So we're gonna end this now. But why should someone buy drip? Why are we buying drip?
I feel like we don't really have much brands. I don't think coming out of London. I think we don't really try to. We don't think it's possible.
Okay.
We always think that it's only low things that or like street stuff that we can do. I'm trying to push into a market where no, we can battle with the Palm Angels, the Off-Whites, the Amarys. We can make things equally as good as that coming from London.
Yeah.
From England, but we make it very hard for ourselves because we were the hardest judges to please.
Yeah, London is very tough.
Who's the designer behind Palm Angels? Because
I'm not sure.
That as well. It was just one of them ones. Like one day you're like in Selfridges and Harvey Nicks, and you're like, right, this is bright and this.
Yeah, it's nice.
But it was the colours. Yeah, the colours.
Remember, with fashion, everybody's always looking for that new wave,
and that's the problem.
The colours.
That's a big problem because, for instance, I jumped in the Amiri wave.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone cares about Amiri anymore. Or am I wrong in saying that? You probably know better than me.
I think they still do because it's Amiri. Rappers are still putting Amiri in their songs. So it's not even like
Palm Angels. Would you say in England? Would you say the decline?
Yeah, I think it's the. I don't really think much people
wear Palm Angels anymore in England.
I don't know. I'm not really.
I've not seen it. I've not seen people wearing Palm Angels or buying Palm Angels much. Same with like. So what's your view on Casablanca as a brand?
I don't know where it came from.
No, and
even Galaby Death.
Yeah, where?
I don't know where.
But look at Casablanca, what they're charging for their shirts, for instance. 7-8 bills. I'm saying, how do you like? Sometimes we don't see the work.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, the brand just comes out.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't in my head.
Yeah.
It just comes out, and how do you slap on that 7 bills? And why do people pay it? Like I got a few Casablanca bits, and I paid them. When I bought it, I was like, why?
How much did you pay for it?
Because
all these new brands that you're saying now, I don't. Ever since I've made my own brand, I don't like the only brand that I'll kind of really endorse in is LV. Apart from that,
why is that though? Is that because of the history of LV and the longevity of it?
I just like to mix LV with my clothing. So I might get an LV jacket. Yeah. You know, I kind of fell back of LV like designer shoes because when I look back at my shoe collection, I'm like 1,000. What is? And you can't even wear it no more. It's out of season. Yeah. I remember I bought a pair of red Versace shoes, and I'm like, I wore that in 2016 in Miami. Yeah. Live. I wore it since then. I just got rid of it the other day. Sent that to Nigeria.
But isn't that the typical thing with clothing because they have seasons? Or would you say that LV tends to have staples that can last its time?
Everything's season, innit? Like everything's seasonal. Like even right now, I just started wearing Air Forces again. I ain't worn Air Forces in 20 years.
Okay.
I stopped wearing them with the bulky, and they were just.
Air Force from day.
Yeah, but I used to watch people and be like, why are you wearing Air Forces for? Because I'm wearing a pair of trainers that are cost a bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now I stopped buying shoes that cost that much money.
But what is that maturity, or is it because you know what it costs to make? What stopped you doing that?
I think having my own brand started looking into what it costs to make.
Okay.
Everything, it's like, raw. You'll spend 5 bags on a jacket, but do you know how much jackets I can make from 5 bags? That's what it makes me. I'm like, tell a lie, I must have bought some dungarees from Prada for my birthday. I started making my own dungarees now.
Yeah.
And it only cost me probably like £100. But guess how much I spent for the
Probably about what, 8-9 bills?
what? Them dungarees I spent was 2 bags.
Okay, now before we end, why would you spend 2 bags on obviously I hate when people pocket watch.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're not my accountant, so don't ask me questions.
Yeah.
But now you're into fashion.
Yeah.
As in you're actually creating your own fashion.
Yeah.
What is it about the small triangle that says Prada on it that they put on that?
Yeah.
That tells you that's worth 2,000, please.
No, it's nothing. There's nothing. It's
Why did we do it?
No, but it's the feel. Because you see what it is.
What feeling?
No, it was my birthday, and I need to step out in runway shit. That's what I need to be wearing on my birthday.
But in a way, is that not you projecting on everybody else for people to look at you and be like, I'm somebody, when you know you're already somebody?
No, it's not even that. If you even see my grandma, she's like, if you see her now, she's 87. She'll be wearing chain. Always, I think it's something in me.
2 bags on dungaree.
No, I did. It hurt me, but it hurt because where I'm coming from in the fashion game, that's why it hurt.
Because you wouldn't.
Before it didn't hurt.
Because you wouldn't pay 2 bags for that without the Prada logo.
No, I wouldn't.
So I'm trying to get to the point is that why do we do that? Because is it okay? Is it worth £2,000?
No.
But it was worth £2,000 to you.
Yeah.
For what you wanted it for.
Yeah.
Does that answer the question? It's not worth £2,000, but it's worth £2,000 for what he wanted it to do.
I wanted something different.
It's because of the feeling he attaches to it.
I wanted something different. I didn't want what everybody else wears. That's how I go out and I see what's different. I don't want to wear what somebody else is wearing. I want to find something quirky, weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's pricey. You know what I'm saying?
2 bags is not light.
That's the risk with designer as well. So if you buy t-shirts at the entry point, you might go to a dance now and find 4 men wearing the same t-shirt.
Yeah.
And literally wearing the same set.
Still to today, I ain't seen man wearing that dungarees.
You won't.
Still to today.
Because the man ain't paying 2 bags for it. You won't. And that's the thing about luxury. That's the thing about clothing in general.
Yeah.
And back to the question we never answered before we close. Who sets the price? The consumer or the producer?
It's not us. Because if I had a charge, I would pay cheap for it. So it's them. They set the price on how much desirable it is. That's it.
Because then one could argue that if you slapped £400 on this drip vest now, because I was watching an article about the brand called Rude, and they've got a pair of shorts that was like 400 and something pounds, and then some guy who's a fashion designer basically showed how much that short. I don't know if you saw it. It was something like say 15 quid for the shorts. And then it was having a conversation of why are we paying £400 for it? And I guess it's you mentioned the right thing, how it makes you feel.
How it makes you feel.
And I think that's the whole thing about branding and clothing.
No,
it's
definitely.
Where did it come from as well?
Where did Rude come from? Just come up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they came out of nowhere, but it's almost like, how do you?
I think I was watching a YouTube recently on them, like, and I was baffled. I was like, all these new brands. There's even a UK one that they print, like, you know, that bubble kind of print.
Okay.
And you always see like Planet or things like that written, but they're like mad popular. I'm seeing everyone wearing the tees, and I'm like, I saw a YouTube on how they just literally, like, it's a couple, a guy and a girl, and they just
But even
in the next couple of years.
Do you know who made Supreme?
No.
I think it was I think it might have been Jim Jones or them guys at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
They made it, or I'm not. Don't think I'm not. It was in that
Made
era.
it popular, basically.
Yeah, it was in that era. It was a skateboard brand.
Okay.
They started wearing. All of a sudden, Supreme's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want. It's just Supreme in red.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thursdays, boy.
You get people lining up outside.
But the same with like essentials. You got all these brands. Like you just think, how do you slap? I just want to know how is this price determined?
It just becomes trendy. It's like, for example, if Drip London does a pop over here and pops in America or Nigeria, that's it.
Yeah.
Just like even like we said, I heard that some people don't even like Central C like that. Because he's popping now, they can't do nothing about it.
They've got no choice but to
They've got no choice but to like it. You know what I'm saying? So, because he went a different route. He went Europe, he went all, and then he's come back round and done a full circle now, and he's like, yo, I'm the guy.
But it's a shame that we have to go outside to be acknowledged before we can be acknowledged inside.
Yeah, because like I said, I think there's something in England where they don't like each other. They don't like each other.
Bad.
They don't like it. You've got man competing with each other, they don't know each other from nowhere.
Proximity.
Bad.
That's the problem, proximity.
Bad. But
because everyone is too close.
But it's bad though.
But
you look at artists like Flowetry. Artists like there's so much artists have had to go out. Look at LMA. She's had to go out and do Booed Up for it to bust in America. For us to say, oh my God, who is this? And then we claim her.
She could
it's bad.
Now,
It's bad.
It's really bad. It's really bad. When realistically, we need to appreciate our stars from here. See them from the beginning of the rise and be like, yo, that's protect. See the thing about America, they know talent when they see it. They'll look at you and go, that's hard. A man in London will look at you and he won't even move his head. He walk past you every single day. Every single day, won't even say one word. It's too stiff.
It's bad. Now, where can, obviously, it's a silly question, but where can we find Drip London? So if someone wants to buy a vest or buy a t-shirt or buy a hat, what's the website, what's the Instagram?
The website is drip.fashion.
Okay, drip.fashion, so it's not Drip London, I thought it might have been Drip London.
No, drip.fashion. And Instagram is Drip London with a double N at the end.
And in regards to, if I'm buying from London, how long is the shipping? So if someone wants to go now and buy it, is it 2 days,
3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 days, or next day delivery.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on what time you order it in the day. Yeah.
And why would you say that you genuinely went for men's fashion over women's fashion?
Because to start off with, I was making for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't think. It wasn't a thing of like, oh, I'm gonna do. But I did women.
Okay.
I've done some women pieces. I actually experimented on that. You know, I saw how the women's clothing was, and I experimented that. I still need to add to collections of it. But I feel like women spend more money online. Guys have to actually see the product.
Yes, the only problem I've got with women's clothing is that
high return rate.
High returns. Women will buy 9 items. I see it myself and send 8 back. That is, I would never do women's clothing.
I would never do women's clothing.
And
you see another thing.
It must be crazy. The refunds.
You see another thing about women's clothing. When it's fast fashion, because the price point, that's another cause of the returns. If you keep the price point high on clothes, people who spend money on clothes don't like the return. It's weird.
That's my toxic trait. Do you know how much clothes I've got at home?
Yeah, you just give it to your brethren.
Oh, is it?
And I just give it to some of my little brother. I've got stuff in my wardrobe now that didn't fit me. I don't know what's wrong with me. Just go to the post office, Gabriel, and send it back.
Yeah, man,
do that.
It's too much for us. Like for me to buy online, I don't know the last time I bought one. I've got to go and find that. I will go and find that store, even if it was. I will go find that store.
Yeah, I buy online all the time, but I've got stuff in my wardrobe that. See the process of having to go to my printer, print the label to put it on a package to then get it.
Yeah, it's long.
It's just in my wardrobe.
Our brains don't process. It's too much.
Women will do that straight away.
They're so organised.
Straight away, the same day.
They will buy 9 stuff knowing they're only going to wear 1.
Yeah.
They will buy 3 sizes of the same dress, knowing that one of them will fit me, and then they'll just take the other 2 back.
Yeah, they do that all the time. The time.
I could never.
I think women just binge buy anyway. They just be binge buying.
Women's clothing.
You can see a Stripe account go.
Listen. One thing women do is they buy clothes they just be at home. Let me see what's on. That's why they're the best people to target. Because they will just be buying for the sake of it. Them House of C, they making crazy.
But those returns.
Pretty little things.
Those returns.
Yeah.
That's why all them returns have to go and sell items. They wait till what's it, in November? What do you call it? Black Friday. Just get rid of all the returns. Hope you like this episode. Remember, we got the tops. Please grab some tops. Use that to support the channel, and stay tuned. We got more coming. Peace.